we're here at the SAMS Europe 2014 in Berlin today. I'm here with Mr. Robert Bencze. He is from Yara, Belgium, and we're happy to have him here to have a talk about his background in software asset management and the project that he's going to introduce with the award ceremony tonight. Hi,
Hey.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Feel free to introduce yourself and what brought you here.
Yeah, so as you said, I'm from Yara, Belgium. My role is IT asset manager at this company. I'm with the company for around 2.5 years now. And when I started at Yara, I arrived into a pretty green field at the company around asset management and software asset management especially. They hired me for the position of asset and configuration manager, so it has to be looking after hardware and software also, and all the configuration items as we have users influencing the software licensing, for example. And well, I'm glad to be here. I was really surprised to find out that my project, or our project, it's not mine, it's quite a team effort in our company, was nominated for the award. And I'm very happy to talk about it, as it was a hard one to crack for us. It took more than 2 years actually, started short after I joined Yara. And obviously the goal was to try to get our company in a better shape when it comes about managing our software assets. And just as I heard from many other companies, or the two other speakers who started today, the conference, what kicked out software asset management in their company was an audit. This wasn't different for us either. It was an audit in 2011 from Oracle. That's a huge fine. And then they decided to create a position and then start investing in this area.
Okay, so tell us a bit more about your project. How far have you come until now in generating outcome and impact from your project?
So the project started somewhere in mid-2012, and it was probably mostly influenced by the fact that we had a hardware refresh in the company, which gave a good opportunity to look after applications which will be reinstalled on all this hardware which we are changing. So we were really changing everything from scratch and creating a new image for all the PCs. And we started with a huge software environment, I would say. We had more than 24,000 different software titles in the environment, and the task seemed to be ginormous, so it was a bit unclear that how we are going to handle this, but then involving all IT, let's say more or less IT stakeholders in this, all the local IT support and responsible IT application and infrastructure management, we worked quite a lot and reduced the number of the applications, packaged applications in the new environment down to around 1,600. And this led to a very clear software license compliance scope of around 400 software titles, which we are actively managing today. And the real savings actually started to be measured since the beginning of this year, since 2014, and so far we are just above 600,000 euros in cost avoidance. This is not really saving because I couldn't convince people not to spend money. That's really hard. If there's a new project, they need the software and they will buy it. But what I could do is identify software which is unused and then have it uninstalled instead of being discovered during a software audit and then having to pay for it.
Right.
This, for example.
So tell me a bit about your future steps. What is the future or the next goal to reach with your respect and your project?
What we are looking for is to try to incorporate more and more titles into this effort, and also spread the culture and change the mindset in the company around software asset management and the importance of license compliance. I was happy to see one of the presenters before saying that when you are when do you know that you have a successful SAM implemented? He had a couple of examples. If new projects come to you and ask for your input about software licenses, if a techie calls you up that doing some change in the environment will actually influence this somehow. In our situation, this is a bit difficult as we are highly outsourced. All our server estate is being managed by service providers, but still the change is there. I can prove that by having emails when the service providers are asking me that if we do this, how is that going to influence your licensing, or the project managers from the project team coming to me and asking feedback at before decision gate 1 for a project. So it's not that we find out that we have new SQL or new Oracle instances 6 months later something has been implemented, but they come proactively and ask because it's important for their cost case. And everybody likes to show up that we can optimize and having a project done in a bit cheaper because we can reuse stuff rather than going to buy everything from scratch. So this is the way now, and that's what I would like to enforce in the company.
I think that's a good goal to reach right there. Can you tell us which insights you're still expecting to gain from the exchange with other specialist experts and project managers in the field?
Yeah, but one of the things which I would be interested is this way how others manage to pull together, for example, purchasing. As one of our issues around software license purchasing in the company, that is pretty decentralized at the moment. So there are many people having purchase rights, starting from local IT support for different project managers, everybody who has basically governance over a budget. In one of our factories around the world, we have factories and production plants in over 50 countries, so it's pretty hard to pull this all together and make sure that we can really make use of all the money we invested in software, and not because if you don't know them, then you cannot use them, and they just like don't exist. And even if you spend the money, you cannot use them in your software compliance. So this is one of the key things I'm looking for.
Okay, great. So if you think about the main value that software asset management brings to you and your company, what would that be?
I think the major influencing factor for us is managing risk related to software licensing. My company is really keen about its reputation, and it's about its good name, and we cannot afford any kind of issues with that, so it has to be kept clean, and we have to maintain a good relationship with our software publishers and suppliers so that they know that we are looking for managing the software environment, and we don't want to be non-compliant. We want to stay compliant on an optimal cost. That's our goal, actually.
Okay, sounds like a decent goal to reach. If you manage risk, you're about good to go, I would say. Thanks a lot, Robert.
Thank you very much.
Hope you enjoy the rest of the input that we gain in the next days.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, see you around.
See you.